ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
Sorry. In our Sampradayam and Sanatana Dharmam in general, this vijayadhaSami is related to learning and victory and removing of hurdles. Vijaya means victory and getting rid of enemies. Oftentimes we think we have many enemies outside, but the real enemy is inside. We have Ajnanam, which is the root cause for all of our struggles and miseries. So this Ajnanam needs to be eliminated and we need to win over it. That is the main thought process we all need to have on this occasion, on this auspicious Vijayadashmi occasion. When we are having knowledge about anything, we will act properly as best as possible in that particular aspect. For example, let's say we are walking on the road. There is a zebra crossing. We have to cross over to the other side. When we see zebra crossing, we have learnt that we should only cross in that particular area. So naturally we will walk towards the zebra crossing. We will cross the road safely and reach the other side. This is a very simple example. But if we don't know that zebra crossing is meant to be facilitating crossing over to the other side of the road, then we will not have any clue in that. We will just cross anywhere. And when we do something which we are not supposed to do, there is bound to be unexpected reactions. We may successfully cross by luck, or we may be hit by some vehicle because they don't expect us to be there at that point in that location. So this is a very simple example where ignorance leads to unexpected results. But when there is knowledge, we will get expected results. This is one of the fundamental expectation for anyone. We want expected results. We expect something to happen, and if that result is acquired, we will feel happy. Let's say we are going to the temple. We want to have darshan of Perumal peacefully. If that happens, then we are happy. But if there are some hurdles, let's say there is a big crowd, we are not able to enter the temple, or there is some Tiruvaradhanam or something is going on, and it may last for another 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and unfortunately we cannot stay there. Then what we will do is we will return home with disappointment. So when we don't get what we expect, we feel disappointed. But to get what we expect, we have to follow the proper process. If we follow the process and still we get unexpected result, then that is beyond our control. But as much as possible, if we follow the process, we will get, in the normal scenarios, we will get proper results. So we have to understand what the process is, what the goal is, who we are, how to do the particular activity. So all of these constitute knowledge. So all of these make up the concept, principle of knowledge. So when we have that holistic knowledge, then we can progress consistently and accomplish the expected goals. So for that, The first step is to eliminate ignorance. And how can we eliminate ignorance? That is what is the important question for us. And for that, we depend on Shastram. And we depend on Shastram through the words of our Acharyas, Alvars, and Rishis. So Rishis gave the essence of Shastram in their works, such as Dharma Shastram, Itihasams, Puranams, and so on. They have brought out many of the principles which are abstract in Shastram, whether it is Vedam or Vedantam, and they have presented that in a very practical, easy to follow examples, stories, illustrations, and so on, in Itihasas, Puranas, and Dharma Shastrams, and so on. Subsequently, Alvars, by the grace of Bhagavan, they acquired pure knowledge without any of their effort. Bhagavan graced them with perfect and complete knowledge and devotion. The knowledge matured into devotion as well. So when they got that, they could see the truth. They could see past, present, and future. And they could see the suffering of many of us Jivatmas in this world. And they mercifully shared what they learned. Instead of just keeping the experience to themselves, they let out that experience through their pasurams. And while doing so, they gave the essence of Shastram, Vedam and Vedantam, in very simple Tamil. Simple Tamil in the sense that it was simple in their standards and during their times. But as time goes by, our intelligence reduces, our understandings shrink. So even to understand Alva's Pasarams, now we need the help of Acharya's commentaries and Acharya's other works such as Rahasya Granthams, where the meanings which are explained by Alvars in their Pasarams are elaborated by certain Acharyas in their Vyakyanams, and subsequently in the Rahasya Granthams, the essence of those Vyakyanams, they are presented nicely by our Purvacharyas. And with the help of these Rahasya Granthams, we are able to go in a pinpointed manner and address the issues directly. This is similar to how, for example, technology develops. All the scientific developments, they take inspiration from different civilizations, how they transferred and shared knowledge, and so on. So if you look at how Alvars shared the knowledge, Acharyas wrote commentaries on them, and the subsequent Acharyas like Pilalokacharya, for example, whose Trinakshatram was yesterday, he gave 18 Rahasya Granthams, which were very pinpointed. What is absolute essentials for SrIvaishnavas to understand, such as Tirumantram, Dvaya Mahamantram, Charma Shlokam. These are explained in excellent manner in Mumukshupadi, Shriyapati-padi, Yadrishika-padi, Parandapadi, and so on. And then there are concepts such as the steps in Bhagavan Nishta, Bhagavata Nishta, Acharya Nishta, and so on. The steps in our devotion, how that progresses. First, we are attracted towards Bhagavan because he is supreme entity, he is the creator of all, he is the protector of all, he gives everyone whatever they need, and so on. So we get automatic attachment towards Bhagavan. And then the next level is understanding the greatness of Bhagavatas who share knowledge to us and engage us in Bhagavad Kaikaryam. And subsequently, among the Bhagavatas, we have select few or one or two who enable us the direct contact to Bhagavan through Panchasamskaram, who teaches Rahasya Arthams such as Artha Panchakam, Rahasya Trayam, and fully nurtures the individuals. So we go to Acharya Nishta. These are progressive steps in devotion. So these are very pinpointed aspects which are clearly explained by Acharyas such as Pillai Lokacharya and subsequently by Manavada Mamnigal in his many of the commentaries for Rahasya Granthams. So all of these facilitate us in acquiring knowledge. So through the Pramanam, from the Pramata, we acquire knowledge. And once we acquire knowledge, we have to apply that knowledge. So that is the next step. Because if we acquire knowledge and don't use it, then that is also a hurdle. So to apply that, again, we have to take inspiration from Acharyas and Bhagavatamas and see how they practice these principles, and then try to bring these principles in our life. So with this process, and this process is something which is very, very tested, time tested and proven. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We can follow how our elders have gone through this process and successfully developed the self into a very matured, very advanced state. So this process can be pursued nicely in the proper manner, and this acquiring knowledge that will culminate into proper application of that knowledge. So all of these are essential for us to understand on this auspicious occasion of VijayadhaSami. Let's pray to our Alvars Acharyas for us to guide in this process and help us grow day by day. Alvar Emperumanar, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.